בוקר טוב, ברוך השם, אנחנו נמצאים, it's in Hebrew, אנחנו נמצאים בבית מדרש של פסח, Osina, the Osina family. How do you call you, גברת Osina? What's your... פריידי, ויש את הבחור שלומד בישיבת סנטר עם הנכד שלי, איך קוראים לך? אלחנן. So, okay, so we're going to do a little Hebrew and English. אני מתחיל את השיעור עם היורצייט. היה אחד בשכונה שלנו בבייזווטר, שהיה ניצולי השואה. He was a survivor from the Holocaust. His name was Zisman Shlemkowitz. He was in our neighborhood, and he lost his wife, and he had no family. So what did my dear wife do, Anne? He used to take him regularly shopping for groceries, and he literally had no family. So now it's his yahrzeit. He was niftar in 2015, so it's 9 years ago. And כיוון שבאמת שזה היה אתמול, זה היה כ"ט חזרון, אבל אני אספר קצת עליו, I'll say something about him. זיסמן בן משה, נאבד לו אשתו בנו. He lost his wife and his son in the Holocaust by the Nazis, Yamach Shemam, Af Pam hit lo name. He never complained. Hodot LaShem Shenitzel Mehe Nazim. He always thanked God for being saved from the Nazis. How? Was Machane Rikuz when he was in a concentration camp. Mesilat Rechev Sarafoto. He was making the rails, and one of them was boiling hot, and it fell on him, and his whole leg was burnt. And he figures usually when you can't work and you're a kid, they kill you. But instead, the doctor said, let's heal him. And he was saved that time. Another time he was before a firing squad, and he was about to be killed, and they just said, forget about it. Atamakir et bdicha. Do you know the joke about the guy who was very frum, and he said the bracha for Al Kiddush Hashem at the firing squad, and then when the firing squad did not go, they didn't shoot him. He said, Okay, forget that. It's a bad joke. I can't. Anyway, as Ishti Chana Laka Oto Kol Shavua Liknot Bashuk, and we treated him like the family, and he really died without any relatives. And so I said Kaddish for him yesterday. Okay, Gam Ani Matchil Teshur Al Chalalim, those who fell in the army. We lost a soldier last night. His name was Zamir Borak Ben Esrim. 20 years old, from Beit Shemesh, and in fact, there were chalalei since the beginning of the war. 16 Sheshesrei chalalim mi Beit Shemesh. There were 16 who fell from Beit Shemesh, and we're up to we shouldn't count, but we're up to 807 chayalim fell, including the first day since October 7, 23, and there's 380 fell in Ritzuat Azah, which is where this one fell, since the beginning of the ground invasion. Shenikra Timron Karka. Achshav. Yom Zeh HaYortzeit Shel Tzvi Hersh Rimanov, and we're going to speak about him. And then also, for those who really are involved in modern day Israeli halacha, Eliezer Yehuda ben Yaakov Gedalyahu Waldenberg. The Tzitz Eliezer. It's his yahrzeit today. And Yaakov Betzalel ben Moshe Aryeh Jolti, the Rav of Yerushalayim, who I actually went to his shiurim. Betzalel Jolti was the unofficial Rav of Yerushalayim. So we're going to speak about them. But today, Hayom, Anachnu Matchilim et HaShiur im... You guys wave to everybody. Pesach, I see them. They're Pesach. I want you to know Pesach is a very important individual representing the Jewish community in New York City. And, if you have any problems, I'll give you his phone number. No, I don't do that. Okay. Not a problem.
was in.
One of these days, we're going to vote for Pesach, for office on his own. And I don't mind using this as a platform. Okay, עכשיו משהו חדש. במקום שאני אגיד את התהילים, אנחנו נשמע מהחזן שאני גם כן עושה איתו, משה חבושה. בבקשה לשמוע. חלמו, חלק לכל גויים, זו אליך, מרו כי אלוהים משגבי, אלוהי חסבר חסבי, אלוהי בסודי, אל תרגם ותשכחו מי, אני לא בחלק, אודם לגנים, חטת בי, לבד פתמו, ויוקדו בגללם, מעלה מכחש יספרו, כלי בחימה כלי, ונמה ידעו, כי אלוהים משה ביעקב, ואשר סלע, וישובו לערב יהמו ככלב, וישרו וברואים, המה ינועו נכון, אם לא יספרו ויאמינו, אני אשיר זכר ועננים לבוקר חסדך, כי היית משכב לי ומנוס ביום צר לי, עוזי אליך זמרה, כי אלוהים משכבי אלוהי חסדי. Okay, now we'll sing together. Achenu kol beis Yisrael, Achenu kol beis Yisrael, hanesunim b'tzara, b'tzara ubashivya, omdim bein bayamu vein bayabasha. Hamakom Yerachem, Yerachem aleim yotziei mitzara, לרווחה ומאפל לירה ומשעבוד לגאולה השתה בגלה ובזמן קריב ונאמר אמן. Okay, so now נמשיך את השיעור, נדבר על היורצייט של, I'm going to do Hebrew English, Eliezer ben Yehuda Yaakov Gedaliahu Waldenberg, נולד, born 1914 in 1914, ונפטר ב-2006 and 2006. נולד בירושלים, he was born in Jerusalem. למד בישיבת עץ חיים ואחר כך בישיבת חברון. He learned first in the yeshiva Eitz Chaim in Yerushalayim and then in Hebron Yeshiva. בגיל 19, ספר ראשון, דבר Eliezer. When he was 19 years old, he actually was authored his first book, his first sefer, Dvar Eliezer. In 1935, 1935, Kihen Karav Moshe Kfar Vitkin. He served as the rabbi in a moshav in Kfar Vitkin. V'achar kach Rosh Yeshivat Sharei Tzion. Then he became a Rosh Yeshiva of Sharei Tzion. In 1951, 1951, Hayad Dayan Beit Din Ezori Yerushalayim. He was the a dayan in a rabbinical court of Jerusalem. ב-1981 עד 85, חבר בית דין הרבני הגדול. He was in the Supreme Rabbinical Court from 1981 to 1985. רבו לא פורמלי Beit Chesed Shari Tzedek. He also unofficially did the medical questions at Shari Tzedek. And of course, I quoted him in my decision, Zimler versus Feld. No, I'm sorry, not Zimler. Borenstein. If you look up Ray Borenstein, I mentioned Rabbi Oldenburg, the Tzitz Eliezer when I talk about the medical, the halakhic issues for the right to be intubated. I dealt with that in a decision. Who's a Mechaber Tzitz Eliezer? His famous work is the Tzitz Eliezer, which is 22 krochim, 22 volumes. V'Shvitat Hayam, Hilchot Medina, Mumcha Menose Refuah. He was an expert in the field of Refuah v'Halacha v'Hilchot Medina and also matters of state. Zacha b'Pras Yisrael Sifrut Aranit. He was the recipient of the Israel Reward for Torah Studies, Upras Rav Kook, and the Rav Kook Reward. That was Rav Waldenberg. We're going to talk. We're getting near our destination. And by the way, I continue to share after I go out, and I don't end it. And you could look at it on YouTube if you want. I could have you join my group if you're interested. It's WhatsApp. It's another WhatsApp group for you to join if you want. And then you'll see yourselves. Yaakov B'Tzalel ben Moshe Aryeh Jolti. Rav B'Tzalel Jolti was the Rav of Yerushalayim, the unofficial Rav of Yerushalayim. May Elif Chamot Esrim, he was born in 1920. V'niftar be'elif Chamot Shmonim V'Shnayim. And he died in 1982. And when I was in Israel, studying at Panovich from 68 to 70, and at Hebrew U from 70 to 73. During that time period, I would go and listen to Rav Jolti in Yerushalayim when he gave his drushes. He nolad b'lo Polin. He was born in Poland. 1926, Olal Eretz Yisrael. He made Aliyah. Lamad be'Eitz Chaim. He also did the same thing as Rav Waldenberg. He learned in Eitz Chaim and then Chevron. The 1956 became a Chaver Beit Din Rabbani Yerushalayim, again tracking the same career. Begil Shloshim V'Shtayim Chaver Beit Din Gadol also became a member of the Supreme Court, the rabbinical court, from 1977 to 1982. 1977 ad 1982. He was the Rav of Rashi Yerushalayim Ashkenazi. He wrote Minchat Yavitz, Or Chaim Choshev Mishpat Yodea. אנחנו נמשיך את השיעור ובב צבי הרש רמנוב ופסח אתה נוסע. You're going back?
Yeah.
When? Today? Tomorrow. And but his dear Rebbitzin is going to be here and going to Efrat, and you're going to send my regards to Binyamin.
Yes.
Please tell him that you guys could check it out. Check out. I don't think you're allowed YouTube. You have that crazy phone system. I know all about it. You had one system in the beginning, and then they came up with another one. And by the way, I think it was hacked between you and me. The system, we had problems with it. Okay, אנחנו נמשיך את השיעור, ואנחנו רוצים להודות. We want to thank very much the Osina family. Remember.
And always an honor to be with Judge.
Okay, let me tell you this. Everybody watch. Okay, listen, I just want to tell you. Everybody, wait, we're going to vote for Pesach. I still have my voting rights in the U.S., and I think you'd like to be a councilman, at least?
Councilman, assembly member.
Assembly member, okay, you see? Okay, Chaver, עוד מעט, נרצה השם, הברכה שלי לכם. Okay, here we go, watch. I take this, and I take the gadget while it's still going, so that I can continue this year outside. Let's see. Let's do it delicately so it doesn't have to stop, although I could connect it. Okay, let me put that in my pocket. This is a complicated
procedure. Exactly.
But just so everybody knows with posterity, these are the wonderful people that I went with, and they should have a wonderful day. And they have a long distance. They have to. Of course, we got interrupted. Now we'll continue this year. We want to thank אנחנו רוצים לאחל באמת תודה רבה כבוד רב צבי בית מדרש צבי הוא צריך רפואה, לכן לא נסעתי איתו, ויכול להיות שאני אסע עם חנניה, נראה מה שיהיה מחר, שאולי צבי יהיה לו רפואה שלמה. אוקיי. אנחנו נמשיך את השיר עם הגיליון של שמריהו על צבי הרש מרימנוב. היום זה היום ראשון לראש חודש כסלו, למד חשבון. רב צבי הרש, אני רוצה לאחל כולם חודש טוב. Have a beautiful, may your heart be kissed, kislev. Reb Tzvi Hirsch ben Reb Yehuda Leib Katz נולד ב-1878 ונפטר ברימנוב ביום א' לראש חודש כסלו, שזה היום, ב-1846. רב צבי הירש נתייתם ואיתו בן 10. He was orphaned when he was 10 years old. והחייט דוד מיטרנוב לקחו לביתו ומסרו לחייט אחד ללמוד חייטות. And at the age of 10, the tailor who took him as a foster parent sent him to learn the trade of tailoring. Mikispo, from whatever money he had, kana yeled neirot, he bought candles, kedei sheyuchal likrot elim v'lemod Torah balayla, so that he could learn Torah at night. B'gil 15, when he was 15, he chlit la'azov et chayatut, he had to leave becoming a tailor, the trade of being tailor, ulahakdish kol zmano l'Torah, and to become full-time a Torah student. The Beit Midrash of Reb Menachem Mendel Mirimenov lamad yom v'layla. Kedei lehitparnes haya mishamesh et halomdim bebeit Midrash umehem lamad Torah b'meshech hazman haya lemisharto shel Menachem Mendel. Reb Menachem Mendel v'talmido Reb Naftali Tzvi Mirupshitz hitrashmu ma'od likedushato shel Reb Tzvi Hirsch. B'fnei ptirato הניח רב מנחם מנדל את ידו השמאלית על ראשו של המסלי צבי לברכו ועל השאלה והיד ימנית למי? השיב רב מנחם מנדל לרב צבי הרש המשרת. אחרי פטירתו רב מנחם מנדל רצו להחזיר את בנו רב נוסון יהודה, אבל הוא סירב. אף ברח מרימנוב מחמת הלחץ. ואמר ששמע מאביו כשם שערי הקודש לא בא לעולם בשביל רב חיים ויטל, כך לא באתי אני לעולם אלא עבור משרתי רב צבי הרש. בינתיים רב נפתלי צבי עלה לממי מקומו של רב מנחם מנדל, אבל כבר רמז לבנו רב אליעזר מצ'וקוב שלא הוא אלא רב צבי הרש המשרת יהיה יורשו, וכך אבי. אחרי פטירת רב נפתלי צבי הפך הירש המשרת לרב הירש. אשתו הראשונה הייתה ביתו של הפרוון, the furrier, חיים ברייצר. אחר כך נשא את ביתו של רב אלחנן מבי לגורי, ובזיווג שלישי היה חותם רב דוד לייב לייבנר מדוקלה. אלפי חסידים נהרו אליו, מהגדולים שלהם כל מיני רב חיים זנז, רב סמבר, רב צבי אלימלך מדינוב, כולהו. חסידות רימנוב מתאפיינת בהתלהבות ודבקות מיוחדת בתפילה. עכשיו, רב צבי הרש סבל מאוד בחייו, לא עלינו, 14 ילדים נפטרו לו. ביתו מאשתו הראשונה הייתה אשת רב אריה לייבש קגנג. מזיווג השלישי שנשארו 2 ילדים. רחליה אשת רב שלמה בן רב אברהם יעקב מסידגה, ורב יוסף נולד כשהוא בן 66. רב ישראל מז'ודין נשא את אמו של הילד יוסף אחרי שהתאלמנה מרבי צבי הרש, והוא גידל את הילד. רב יוסף עלה למקומו של אביו רב צבי הרש, הוא הוציא את דברי התורה אביו בשם בעירת המים. בסעודת אירוסין של ביתו של רב צבי הרש עם נכדו של רב ישראל מרז'ין, סיפר רב ישראל על ייחוסו וביקש לתדהמת הציבור שידעו שרב צבי הרש לא בא ממשפחת רבנים, שגם רב צבי הרש ידבר על ייחוסו. רב צבי הרש השיב ברוב ענוותנותו, שוליה של חייטים הייתי. I was apprentice to many tailors. והשתדלתי מאוד לא לקלקל בגדים חדשים לתקן את ישנים. and I would try my hardest not to spoil, to harm new clothing, and to only repair the old ones. Pam nechnasa amana aniya etzel Reb Tzvi Hirsch bocha umekonenet shehayla din Torah etzel dayan ha'ir v'hi hafsida v'li yediyat hapratim karab Tzvi Hirsch et dayan bikesh la'ayin al smach eze mekorot hu pasak l'shnehem hitbarer sha'adayan ta'ah l'rat ha'isha sha'al adayim ech ala b'dato hashad ana Reb Tzvi Hirsch ilu hayta זה פסק נכון, לא הייתה אישה ממרמרת כל כך בבכי, כי מדרכו של העולם היא שלאחר פסק דין אמס נעשים שני הבלידים רגועים. The Pirkei Avot, it says something to the equivalent that a dayan or a shofet, and when they come before you, you should, treat them as if you can't trust them, and at the end, they should make peace with each other. Well, the truth of the matter is, after many psak din that's against an individual, they're not very happy. That I could tell you. Pam nechnasa, okay. Achshav, Betoldos, which is the Parshas Hashavua Havar, Shalet Mol, Perek Chavav, Pasuk Yud Beis, the Be'irat Mayim brings, HaPasuk Amar Al Yitzchak, Vayevarchu Hashem, Hainu Kodesh Baruch Hu also Brecha Elyonah, like a pool, like a font, Shemisham Yotzei Shefa Bracha L'Kol HaNivraim, from which Shefa Bracha, the bountiful blessings come to all the creation. And from this parsha, Parshat Vayetze, Beret Mayim, Parshat Vayetze, Perek Chavchet Pasuk Yud, Barashi Shiyat Tzadik Min HaMakom Oseh Roshem, Hine Vayetze Yaakov Mi Be'er Sheva, Hine Roshem Hu Osios Shomer. V'hainu Atzadik B'Yisoso Min HaMakom Eniach Shomer Tachtov. Should leave a Shomer thereafter. Okay, Ad Kan HaYortzeitim Shel Hayom. עכשיו אנחנו נגיע לשמירת הלשון, חלק ראשון, שער התורה, פרק ה', ואנחנו נמשיך על בו וראה גודל מעלת מחזיק התורה. Now we're talking about people who support the Torah, how important it is. ומהנה לתלמיד חכמים, people who support and give benefits to a Talmid Chacham, someone who full-time learning, l'karev love, and tries to get close to him. Shema love hakasuv ki'ilu mitabik b'shchina. For a person who is close to a Talmid Chacham, it's as if kaviyachol, as if you're attaching yourself to the Shechina. Kamosha Amru Chazal and Ksubas, the Gemara Ksubas Kuf Yud Aleph, Ala Pasuk Dvarim Dalid Dalid V'atem Had Vekim B'Hashem Elochechem. Hayim Cholchem Hayom. Chi Yashol L'Adam Hitbadei B'Shchina Lo Ksiv B'Chav Daled Ki Hashem Elokecha Eish Ochlahi. Hashem is all-consuming fire. El Kol HaMeisi B'To L'Talmid Chacham V'Oseh Pragmati L'Talmid Chacham. Whoever marries off his daughter to a Talmid Chacham or does business, specifically gives business to a Talmid Chacham, or Mahana Talmid Chacham in the Chassav, and takes from his property, from his possessions, and benefits a Talmid Chacham, Mala Chassav Ki'ilim Mistabik B'Shchina. It's as if you attach yourself to a Kadosh Baruch Hu Kaviyachol. Lord Omru Chazal was also brought down in Gemara Brachas Yudam is Beis. Kol HaMa'areach Talmid Chacham B'Tzolch Beisu Mahana Min Chassav. Whoever brings a Torah scholar into his house and gives him benefits from his possessions, Ma'alav Akasuv Ki'ilu Makruv Tamidim. It's as if he were in the Beis Hamikdash and he brought the Korban Tamid. Shenemar Od Sham, as it says also there. Brachos Samech Gimel Amid Beis. Posach Reb Nechemia Bechvod Aksanya V'Dorash. This is the way that you started giving drushes in someone's house. You say, thank you for your hospitality. He began the lecture with praise to the host, V'Dorash, and this is what he said. My Dechsiv, what does it say in the pasuk Shmuel Aleph, Tez Vav, chapter 15, Vav, pasuk verse 6. Vayomer Shol Elokeni L'chusuro. He lived the Cani, the descendants from Yisro, lived among Amalek, and yet he was given an opportunity. L'chusuro was given an opportunity to escape. When they attacked Amalek, Shaul attacked Amalek. He gave the Cani, the tribe, the Cani who came from Yisro, again because of their hospitality. V'ata asisa chesed im kol bnei Yisrael, because you did chesed with bnei Yisrael. V'advorim kal chomer, ma Yisro shelo keres Moshe el chvod atzmo. Yisro is only, he did it because he was his relative, and he did it not because he was a Talmid Chacham, and yet for the hospitality they were rewarded by being saved. Hama'areach Talmid Chacham b'soch beso. But if you bring and you are hospitable to a Talmid Chacham in your house, machilo, and you feed him, ma'aneo min chosav, and you let him benefit from your property, al achas kama you'll have a shmira. Also, Pasuk Rabbi Eliezer b'chvod asanya v'dorash. Again, Rabbi Eliezer paid tribute to his host, and he cited Shmuel Beis. This time Shmuel Beis, Perek Vav, Pasuk Yud Beis, Berach Hashem et Beis Oved Edom Bavur Aron Elkim. Oved was the one who temporarily David left the ark by him, and since he blessed him for keeping the ark. And from this we could learn a fortiori. Ma Aaron shelo and Aaron that he stored and he was hospitable to, that by allowing the Aaron to stay there, and he did not have to feed or drink and give it to drink. But what did he do? He swept it and kept it clean. Al achas kama v'kama. What a kama v'kama? A fortiori. Kal v'chomer. Isha b'medrash Rabbi Koheles. Perish parasha bey. Rameir hav'kasman tova. V'havi ola tlas tloim kol b'shabbos. V'havi ochel b'chada miskasa b'chada. V'fanis rabban b'chada. We have the Tirgum in parentheses. Rameir haya sofer mumcha. V'haya omel mishtaker b'shlosh tloim kol shevua. V'haya ochel b'echad. Miskasa b'echad. He only had 3 sloim, and yet from the 3 sloim, one was for food, one was for clothing, and one was to feed Talmid, or to employ, to give from his property to Torah scholars. Okay, Ad Kan HaShiur Shel Hayom Ani Machel Kalem Chodesh Tov Kislev.